Fuck it.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. What's up, guys? Long time no see.
Yeah. I assume stable
Subscribe.
Maybe. And not the lazy Mexican stereotype.
Ooh. Subscribe
God damn
to
it.
Weezy Killer.
Channel.
Really have
what?
Well, I mean, they've already nuked your monetization, so.
Yeah, fuck them. Now I'm going to be worse. Look, we've been here for, 30 seconds. I've already said a swear word one time. Yeah, fuck YouTube.
Well, I mean, in the video, and it's not started yet, so.
Dude, it is so fucking hypocritical how they run shit, and it's just all the more apparent. I already knew this, right? Like this isn't something new to me, but I already knew that there is a streamer aristocracy. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you have people like Moist Critical and Sniper Wolf and fucking Destiny and Chud Logic and Hassan. You have all these people that can basically do whatever the fuck they want on the platform and they won't get fucking touched at all. But if you're growing and you're gaining any sort of fucking traction, they will fucking stomp you out if you do something wrong. Not that I give a shit. I already said I'm not going anywhere. And I already had people that were like, haha,
I'm not fucking leaving.
Sucks for you. You got demonetized. You deserve it. I was like, yeah. Oh, well. I have a job. I don't give a fuck.
Because you really needed that loose change
that
you were making, you know?
That $100 extra that I was getting every month. You know?
What'd you get demonetized for?
Reuse content.
On a React video.
On a React video.
On Danny 5 Tuna.
Hang on, I gotta fix my hair.
Well, I thought we were live.
Yeah, like, supposedly
it's a
they
woman
looked over
moment.
my channel and said that what I do is reuse content when there's only like a handful of videos out of the 100 or so that I've done that could even remotely be considered reused.
Hey, still there, Badger?
Yeah.
Still there. Okay.
Why?
No. The thing in the background.
Thing in the background.
Yeah, Wheezy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking down at these models.
Y'all
It is
still
there.
shit
It's
about
definitely
that.
there.
That's funny.
What thing?
No, man, no.
You got to figure it out.
I'm not.
This is our game. You're
Dude.
just guest starring.
Why do you need 12 terabytes of porn?
Whoa.
Because I have a 6 terabyte that
Is
has
it
all my
full?
movies.
Uh-huh.
And no, it's not.
All his movies.
The correct answer is because 3 terabytes weren't enough.
Yeah, no. It's not porn, I swear to God. I haven't had a fucking porn stash since I was like 17, all right?
But you're not even 18 yet.
He's just got a subscription now.
I know. This is my OnlyFans archive.
Oh,
It's all Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. I've seen those. I've seen those.
Getting him confused with Rav.
Yeah, that's where he gets them from. It's from Rav.
Yeah.
Don't forget Maxine. Don't forget Maxine.
Oh, God.
She's the star.
Speaking of,
How about that wig,
bro,
Maxine?
I was perusing before I came on here, and somebody was like, "What Democrat politicians have you seen that have no Democrat politicians have called for violence ever?"
What?
I was like, fucking Maxine Waters is the first fucking person that pops in my mind. Maxine Waters is fucking unhinged. It's like,
bro, that's just a shit take, dude.
how the fuck are you gonna say that none of these people have called for violence when
It takes
every
2
other day?
seconds to find one of those compilation videos that every last one of them back in 2020 talking about how there needs to be unrest in the streets and
Jesus,
push
Literal
back on it.
2
It's just
seconds, yeah.
literal fucking incitement, and nobody did anything about it.
talk about tone down the rhetoric from the right. We're not better than that as leftists. Get the fuck out of here, you disingenuous.
No, man, that's what they do.
Assholes.
They weaponize our fucking principles and our morals against us every time, right? They'll incite, burn, murder, whatever the fuck. But the minute it happens enough to piss us off and we start to speak up about it, they'll shame us into shutting back up. And then they'll just start the fucking cycle right back over.
I think I saw the absolute worst best take today. Somebody said we were this close to a Franz Ferdinand moment. I said, Do you know what that started,
Um,
you stupid bastard?
Hold on. We don't want a Franz Ferdinand moment.
I said, and they're like, oh, okay, so a bunch of angry white people get mad. What happens? I said, what happened after Franz Ferdinand was shot, you stupid bastard?
Right?
It's like, I cannot imagine being that
No,
disconnected. from
that's the
reality.
problem, man. People haven't seen large groups of white people pissed off in so long that they've forgotten what it's like.
Maybe
Okay.
they need to watch Rosewood.
The
I was going to say,
other-
let's start singing Erica.
The other disingenuous thing is people talking about, well, conservatives and Republicans were calling for death threats whenever Paul Pelosi got attacked. And yeah, there were some people fucking, obviously, I hate Pelosi, but the majority were just like, this is fucking weird. Like, the circumstances around that whole thing is fucking weird.
We were calling for death threats. We were laughing and memeing. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
because an attempted assassination of the probably next president is the same as somebody's gay hookup gone wrong.
Right.
It's
I mean, you are very permissive with that, probably, because that's most definitely.
Well, there's always that 1% chance when they have another water leak and board up the windows.
Or
Well, I
the
mean, there-
power
there
goes
were-
out in like in Nevada.
There was a
Maybe.
handful of people, like nobodies on the internet, that sure, they were hoping that the guy would beam Pelosi in the head next. Absolutely, that occurred. But they weren't FBI agents. They weren't fucking news pundits. They weren't Congress people on
Nope.
Twitter calling for it and complaining that the guy missed. So it's not an apples to apples comparison by any stretch.
I agree. I know.
If I have to be held accountable for what Joe Blow the dumbass on Twitter says, then everybody else has to get accountable for what fucking Presley said.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking disingenuous. And all these people are talking about like, oh, well, Democrats and progressives never do this shit. Just look at fucking Destiny right now. That motherfucker's having a complete and total meltdown. Talking about,
I think he's just trying to get in the spotlight and get some attention.
I
Who's
don't know
that?
about that, dude. I have known for a very long time how much that
You're
guy
wrong.
hates Trump.
Are you talking about
He
density?
absolutely means what he says, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He means what he says. I think he's just using right now to crank it up to 11 to get more attention.
Probably.
I'm not saying he's being disingenuous. I'm just saying he's being an opportunist.
Just make sure you pronounce his name right. Density. Okay? Just make sure you get it right.
All that needs to happen with I was gonna say density with fucking Destiny is that somebody just needs to remind him of his fucking pedo shit.
Hey,
He's proud of it.
I'm sure he is. Fucking
look,
It's
I'm-
not Wash. That was the lolly aficionado, and Destiny is the cock.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he was caught red-handed, wasn't he?
Vosh was Destiny.
No,
not
I
so much.
meant Destiny.
I thought he was, yeah.
I thought Destiny was caught a couple times actually.
I gotta give him this. That dude has done so much degenerate fucking shit, but he always has receipts. So every time somebody's tried to, pull a Vosh, he always has receipts. Gotta give him that. That dude covers his ass very well, even if he is a fucking shit stain.
Well, the problem is his fan base is pretty much the same people.
Well, yeah, he has a fucking cult. DGG is a fucking cult. Dude, he could take a picture of his shit and put it on the internet, and he would get 2,000 likes from DGG.
That's what I'm saying. They literally they're the same quality of people, probably into the same things.
Ugh.
And it's weird, especially seeing people like fucking counterpoints defend him right now, and I'm just like, I know why they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. They're doing it because they don't want to lose access to Destiny's audience. That's why. Him, Brianna Wu, all these orbiters. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, what's going on with Brianna? I thought you two were like actually communicating. Did that all go to shit or?
I think she was having health problems, so that sort of fell by the wayside. And then obviously there were bigger, more important people that the streaming opportunities arose on. So I didn't even pursue it.
You don't rate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm like not even D-list. I'm like F-list celebrity.
Uh-oh. Everybody hold
And you're
your
not
breath.
and you're not an active chaser, so
Yeah, that too.
Everybody hold your breath. I'm putting together a female space marine. Stormcast Eternal.
But yeah, dude.
God.
Okay. Speaking of, did anybody else see what's his name's post on Twitter? Oh God, I just totally blanked.
I've seen Cerberus post some
No,
shit.
Badger, you and I were talking about it just earlier.
Mm.
Gamer shit.
About the rumor.
Well, Bohemond.
Omen.
What?
Bo-
Have you been
Bo-
swimming? What the fuck?
What?
Sorry, my cat just showed up and his tail's all wet. I was like, have you been swimming? And I was like,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is water.
No, Dad, it's so
No,
fucking
the
hot.
Huskies
It's
speed
so
on
hot,
here.
I'm dying. Turn the AC on.
Yeah, Marshall Beaumont's post that basically this was a rogue editor.
For Adeptus Custodes.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know?
buying it.
Yeah.
So you're not buying
for a
it?
minute.
I
I'm
mean,
not either.
it's the very same. It's the very same vein. It's in the very same vein as the fortune leaks. Just trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
And yes, the kernel of truth is in there. Some kernel of truth is in there that GW is successful despite itself, and the IP is successful despite GW's constant efforts to fuck up everything. But that's just wishful thinking, just like any of the 4chan leaks. Until and unless we get solid confirmation from a source willing to come forward. But that's never going to happen. So it's just wishful thinking and rumor mongering, nothing else. But since Bo is a VTuber, he needs to generate content, generate controversy, and always be the one to talked about. So
I'm gonna start a
respect the
rumor.
grift.
I'm gonna start a rumor. Somebody
That
give
you
me
found
something.
something in the background.
Yeah,
No,
that
he's gonna
fucking-
start rumor that there never was anything in the background.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking gaslight my viewers, and I'm just gonna start saying shit like, I don't know, I'm gonna have a meeting with Andrew Tate or something. See how it goes.
Yay.
I gotta
That'd be
get,
hilarious if that actually happened.
I gotta get those views now that I'm not being pushed in the algorithm anymore.
You know, people don't like him too much, but last 24 hours, he's been pretty based.
Dude, there's been a lot of people that have come out.
Yeah, I think Tristan
Well-
gave 10 grand to the family of that dude that got domed.
Well, I'll say this for those that aren't doing charitable stuff. This is the opportunity if you're looking for people to pay attention to you to say what, no matter what you say, this is the time, because everybody's scouring for something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Everybody's on the warpath looking for a reason to report your ass.
I will
Well, I
say.
mean, just engagement. That's all I
Too.
mean. But yeah.
I will say that that dude that came out on Twitter saying that he was the shooter and they got the wrong guy is probably going to be on multiple lists after after last
There are
night.
so many people still screaming that Crooks is the shooter. It's like, are you guys even fucking paying attention?
They're
You
not.
see one article from New York Post and y'all just run with it? FBI sources claim. Find me the video of an FBI person saying his name. You won't find it.
Never forget the rule: 24 to 48 hours. Shut your mouth.
Yep.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, man. Twitter
That-
is awful.
That dude started a rumor that he's the one that shot at Trump, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Oh no! What did I
The
just?
consequences of my actions. Oh no, the horror. Yeah, dumb fuck.
Where did I
on
get
the
this
internet.
weed from?
That motherfucker got
What
scared
do you mean there was
real
50
quick.
pounds of heroin found in my basement? That's not mine. Sure, it's
I'm
not.
telling you, baby, it's not mine.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yes,
dude.
I mean, the next going whistleblower will be him, I think.
I still think one of the best memes was Hillary on a cell phone. It says, "What do you mean they missed?"
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. That was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
I know. It's, you know, I wanted to tell myself like 6 hours after it happened was too soon to find memes funny, and then somebody posted one, and after that, it's just been the fucking.
dude, there were memes like
So
less than an
great.
hour after.
Well, I know, but the one that I found funny, like I saw a lot of the early ones, and I was like, dude, that's not funny. It's too soon. And I can't remember what somebody posted, but it was like 6 hours after I went, all right, fuck it, that was funny.
One of my personal favorites was just him when he's got his fist in the air and says, "You missed me, bitch."
Yeah, there's already T-shirts saying that shit now.
I like the Vats one. The Fallout Vats one. There's got a 1 next to his head. That was actually kind of funny.
Well, somebody posted something up there. I'm still not exactly sure how to feel about this one. It's with an orc and stuff. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll grab it real quick and
Zog it all. Something about his 5+ shooting.
Yeah, that one.
The Imperial Herald Pedro counter tanking the shot.
Hold on, I'll put it in the chat here.
I saw one that said he needed more DACA.
Yeah,
That's a little harsh right there, man.
That one. That one. I wasn't sure I'd take that, to be honest, but.
Okay, that was good.
Remember, the first rule of memeing, it's never too soon.
Well, I would say it's too soon to be a fucking retard edgelord like certain people are doing, but that's just me.
Oh, yeah, but memeing is just,
I mean, listen, there is a difference between wishing that a political assassination against somebody you disagree with, even vehemently, succeeded, and there is a difference between memeing on the whole absurdity of the situation, because that's memeing, coping with absurdity of present day.
My problem is with the people that are celebrating somebody that just because of how they vote, they're happy he's dead. Like that's dog shit. I don't want Biden voters dead. I don't even want Biden dead. And these people are so fucking pole brained. They're just like, oh, you're a Republican. You're gonna vote Republican. Good thing you're dead. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't want Biden dead either, but I got a feeling they are going to make him gone.
No, dude. He's
they just
going naturally. Why would they bother?
I mean, Joe just need to be put into a retirement home or care home for Alzheimer's
Well, he's
people,
not going to
because
leave like they want him to. And the reason he's not going to leave is because he owes Ukraine and China too much.
Hey, guys, remember, Carter can still run.
Oh, my God.
The fuck is happening with Vordred? I just see him going.
I don't know. He just...
We have a really bad thunderstorm right now. And the
Don't talk to me about thunderstorms.
Oh, God. Yeah.
God
trolling.
damn. Fucking power in, out, in, out. I was talking to see that yesterday. I was like, I'm hoping my connection is stable for just one fucking day. That's all I want. I want one fucking day of stable power, and I will be happy.
My personal favorite is your video, your short of you walking the dog going, I miss air conditioning. And
Bro.
light." It was dark as fuck, man.
Bro, the other side of the street had power. I didn't have power for 4 fucking days.
That's how it goes, man.
You didn't pay your bill, man. I told you.
My whole
bill.
fucking area didn't pay that bill then. Which it is center point. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really want to pay them anything at this point.
They probably were like, hey, how does he vote? No, fuck you. You ain't getting any power.
Yep. Fucking AOC herself cut off my power.
you can always move to Austin.
Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere near that shithole of a city.
Well, apparently, I read the other day that a lot of the transplants from California to Texas, they don't like the heat in Texas, so they're saying fuck it and they're moving back out.
Oh, yeah. No, you can tell who hasn't lived here very long because they're like, oh my god, my power's gone for so long. It's like, first time.
Right. Yeah, so at least maybe you guys will get an exodus and they'll leave your damn state alone.
That'd be nice, but I don't see it happening.
I wouldn't hold your breath, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and you got all your Katrina transplants too.
Yeah, but those people are already here and I'm knocking shit over.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should organize something, or I don't know, maybe...
I did organize. I did. I organized. No, I've had so much stuff I've needed to do all week. I keep looking at things and going, I need to fix this, and then I'm like, I'm gonna sit on the couch and watch Cobra Kai for like 6 seasons.
Why do you hate yourself?
I like Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have somebody you consider a friend get you hooked on a brand new game, and now I can't wait to play more of it. So see y'all later. So,
What game
What are we talking about?
Badger got me hooked into the Halo World. I have been
Oh.
ignoring Halo for 23 years.
If it wasn't the first 2 games, you weren't missing much.
And he's like, you should really get the Master Chief Collection. You should really get it, man.
I didn't
Dude,
say it like that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. There we go.
But by the way, I have to say, Wheezy, you have the most dickish cat I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, he's an asshole. There he is, right here. There he
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Little dickhead.
First stream he was ever on was him trying to kill me.
Super ultra dick cat.
Well, if it wasn't for
It's a
somebody
white cat, right?
wiping out that freaking assassin, maybe you could have got some lessons from him. Too soon?
It's a white cat, correct?
Yeah, he's white.
Oh yeah, that's just kind of the part of the personality.
Why? Because he's white?
Oh,
No.
That's
Is that what you're
racist.
saying? Oh, because it's a
Racist.
white cat?
So real
Racism against
talk.
my cat.
The thing is, he's either a white cat or he's probably an albino orange cat. That they just kind of have those personalities.
Mate, you're just going full racist today, aren't you?
No, it's because low key, I had a quote unquote infestation of cat. One pregnant mother, and we never got them fixed, and we ended up having 20 cats in our house.
You're a
That
secret
sounds about
Wait.
right.
cat
When
person.
did you become a Biden voter?
Yeah. I just know cat personalities, and orange cats, especially white ones or albino ones, they could just be like that.
It
We
just
lit-
be like that.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He's a jerk.
We had 2 white cats that were just. It was weird. They switched personalities because when the white cat was a kitten, she was just a total bitch. Every single time she saw me, she would hiss, and always hiss. And then when they grew up, they just started fighting the other cats all the fucking time. And died. He was totally nice up until a while where he and fucking the other one switched roles. Where now this one's kind of nice, and now he's a cunt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And 3 orange cats, 2 of which fucking fought each other all the time.
Sounds like they had a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so, yeah, that was interesting yesterday.
Well, that was a shit show, is what it was.
I got some questions about his Secret Service detail, though.
Well, which ones though?
Oh, the one that's like 5'3" and 5'3" wide and can't holster a fucking weapon. Jesus Christ! I'm watching, and there's like people on Twitter going, "What kind of? You think you do better in that situation?" Yes, have. Asshole. I mean,
Yeah.
she's terrified. She looked absolutely terrified.
Well, they have what audio of like one of them going, "What do we do? Where do we go? What are we doing?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. This whole thing is just, it's all a shit show. And all I know, I said it last night. If some of these people show you who they are, believe them.
Oh, they absolutely are too. It's whoever said earlier. It's a total mask off.
Oh yeah,
They're not even trying anymore.
They don't feel like they have to because nothing happens to them when they do.
yep. And it's
I mean,
sad.
we've gotten to the point where the left thinks that they're completely immune to any type of serious ramifications for the shit that they've done and continue to do. I mean, aside from the one dude that cut a bullet to the brain pan, obviously, but
Well, that was just them cleaning things up.
And haven't they already said the line? He was on our radar.
It was on our radar.
They've already said the line, so.
Yep.
well, yeah. Roger Stone came out and said it was that Maxwell Urich dude. He was arrested by them back in 2017 for protesting at a Trump rally back then.
And he's associated with Antifa.
Yeah,
What a shock.
they want you to believe that Crook's dumbass that was trolling them, because the New York Post said it, that he's the guy.
Well,
Even
that's-
though he posted a video after he was allegedly shot in the head saying, "You got the wrong guy."
That's what's weird though, is like that name keeps circulating, but people are already saying, okay, the pictures aren't him. So it's like, what the fuck?
They're just not fact checking. They're just following the herd.
Yeah, it's the need to be the first person to post.
Yeah.
Politics and
I even
misinformation.
read the one
Like peanut
news
butter and
article that
jelly.
had a hyperlink where it said FBI says that it's him, right? And you click the link, and the link goes back to an NBC article with no citation.
That sounds about right.
If that's not the perfect, example of Twitter's
No.
circle jerk, I don't know what
There
it is.
was one person says profile of the shooter in the Trump assassination attempt, and I clicked it, and I got rickrolled. And I'm like, yes, this is the internet at its finest.
Right.
I'm gonna show y'all some articles that are now deleted. So there's one.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's like, well, okay, think about it. He loves gold. He bangs porn stars. He's got 3 baby mamas. He's got 34 arrest warrants, and now he done been shot at in basically a drive-by. I mean,
There's another one.
Brother Trump.
Those are gone now.
Yeah. Well, I like the ones. What was it like that were said? Oh, loud noises causes Trump to leave rally early.
Yeah,
I'm like,
popping noises.
yeah, popping noises. Like, really?
I'm sorry. That surviving gunfire article, will surviving gunfire be Donald Trump's next appeal to black
Right.
voters? Sean Harper, I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion expert.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? They keep
brags
saying
about
stuff
that.
that is like openly antagonistic to black voters, and every time they do, a little bit more of them stop voting Democrat. But it's like, how blatant do you got to get before they all collectively tell you to go suck it? I don't know where that line is, but they haven't found it yet.
The whitest guy on the left could come out and drop a hard N-bomb, and there'd still be people going, well, that's okay.
Some of them, obviously black folks aren't a monolith like anybody else isn't, but goddamn if they don't vote like it sometimes. What's it, like 70 or 80% in the past has been voting Democrat, like every year for 6 decades?
Oh man, we're streaming now and I can't fucking look at it. Apparently, somebody is arguing with Destiny right now on fucking Twitter Spaces.
God, about what?
I mean, I've seen Konstantin Kissin giving him an ass whooping, just his usual calm Jewish Russian immigrant style, and his Destiny is digging his own grave at this moment in time.
I mean, I hope it's worth it.
I mean, listen, he's a cock liberal, so might as well dome himself.
Yeah, take
Not
the heat off
acceptable.
his
Were
ex-wife.
were Democrats or protesters doing that?
Well, I
outside of
mean,
the Capitol
that would
building,
mean
except
he-
instead of a guillotine
He
of
at
Trump, were they
least
talking about Mike
have a
Pence?
legacy to be remembered by, and not
You can't have children.
Yeah, he's still spurging out.
yeah. Yes, and not a trash fire that he is now, because we can fondly remember the manlet that whose talent was googling things and reading Wikipedia really fast and convincing people that with a strictly mediocre intellect you can appear intelligent if you are talking fast enough.
Yeah.
But right now we are saying that yes, the cock is also stupid and impulsive. So
The funny thing is, he's saying cuck, but it sounds like he's saying cock.
It sounds
It
exactly
doesn't
like
really
he's-
matter. It doesn't make a difference.
He's like, he's a cock liberal, and I'm like, I haven't heard that term before, but it tracks.
It works. Yeah, it works.
I mean, just think of Randy Marsh when he got that fucking prize, or no, not Randy. But you get the gist.
I wanted Asmagon to come in because he was talking shit
Easier.
about Destiny too.
He's here now.
Oh yeah, that bitch. Oh, that guy's been a fucking cocksucker.
He's a cock liberal.
Yeah.
I'm almost impressed by the level. Like, it's genuinely horrifying to the degree that he has no self-reflection at all with all the crap he's been saying lately. Like, none.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's the problem. He doesn't have to, because
Yeah, his
They're not-
followers are just as
Yeah.
unapologetic as he is.
yeah,
He knows who he's talking to.
that's his audience. Like I said it earlier. He could post a picture of his literal shit on social media, and he'll get thousands of likes. It's how it is. I mean, I don't like his debate style. I don't like the talking fast, talking over, and you know, I forget what the term for it is. Where you're constantly
Asshole.
Yep, yeah, that. But where you're constantly like you're not really answering the question. You're
Deflection.
answering
Misdirected.
deflection, thank you. And misdirection. Where he'll sort of answer it, but then he'll swing to something else really fast, and you don't even know what the fuck happened because he's talking 90 miles an hour. It's
Yeah, Donald Trump was shot, but let's talk about Ukraine. What?
Well, they were doing shit like that. They were doing shit like that. Talking about, oh, well, what about Republicans? Okay, we're not talking about Republicans right now. We're talking about the extremism coming out of the left and where we're at right now. Yeah, but what about Republicans? Oh, who gives a fuck? That's not the point.
Yeah, find me a Republican in Congress that has said anything remotely like most of the people in the squad have.
Yeah.
Just one.
Well,
Marjorie
I
Taylor
like-
Greene's as close as you're gonna get because she's
Yeah, but
kinda
she's
unhinged.
fucking unhinged anyway. Everybody already knows that.
But even her, she's not as bad. Most of what she does is call them out for their bullshit.
That's true. But
And their hair and eyebrows.
Oh God, yeah, that was such a cluster. If ever
thought
there
it
was
was
an
cool,
example
though.
of why you don't have women in politics, let's devolve the country's issues down to two people being catty with each other.
all I know is that you see all these people talking about rhetoric, talking about rhetoric, talking about rhetoric, when all we've seen from the start of Trump's term up until now is just rhetoric.
All right. Can I interrupt you for a second?
Go ahead.
Because you said the word rhetoric correctly, mind you, many times. Endymion, if you're listening, it's rhetoric, not rhetoric, you moron.
Oh yeah.
Just like-
slip that in there, didn't you?
Just
God,
one
it
small
fucking annoys
correction.
the shit out of me, dude.
The clickbait titles are like what bother me for Endymion. There's been a lot of that lately.
Does he pronounce hyperbole hyperbole?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I don't
you
know.
You know who's been calling him out lately, don't you? 40K Empress. She's been flat out calling him out.
Oh,
Endymion.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah. The real question is, how many of you want to go to a movie with Lauren Boebert?
Me.
Yeah, I
Same.
can always use a handy.
Well, if she goes down, why not?
But yeah, dude, I'm so sick of everybody acting like shit hasn't been on fire. And of course, people like Destiny blame the Republicans, and then of course people like us, we blame the Democrats. And it's to the point where, and I agree with all the people that are saying, if you keep calling somebody Hitler, if you keep calling them the Antichrist, if you keep calling them, whatever, non-stop through every single avenue that people consume, there's gonna be somebody that's batshit enough to believe it and try to do something about it.
Well, who was it that literally said a bullet? I mean, they didn't even try to hide it. They didn't try to mask it.
He
I
was on the
remember.
news the other day. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
a repeat of the video.
Yeah, it's like, okay, and that's cool. I mean, you're not going to get a visit from the guys who talk into their sleeves for saying some shit like that.
It's crazy to think what we would be going through right now if Musk hadn't bought Twitter.
Oh, dude,
Oh yeah,
it wouldn't even be close to what we're seeing. It would be
Suppression
so.
would be in full max.
Oh yeah, it'd be so sanitized. It's not even funny. And
Well, sanitized in one direction, though.
Yeah.
Like, the left would still be screaming that he missed. They'd still be openly advocating for more violence, and nobody would do anything about it. But the right would be dead silent or banned off the platform for so much as daring to speak up after this.
Correct.
true.
yeah. It'd be the Trench Crusade Discord all over.
Pretty
the place.
fucking much, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
But
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just sick of all of it. I'm look.
Dude, Mises Caucus is like, we need a national divorce immediately. The political climate's too toxic. I'm like, yes, please, for the love of God, before millions of people get killed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Badger and I were talking yesterday, and I'm like, or maybe it was earlier today, and I said, how do we come back from this? I mean, can we?
No.
Seriously.
No.
It's just too batshit crazy
All you have to
aggressive.
do is look at the reaction from the people that wanted COVID amnesty.
Yeah.
If those people got told to go fuck themselves, you can damn sure bet everybody apologizing for the Biden administration and the left's constant demonizing of the right for the last 8 years. No, there's no coming back from that.
Oh, speaking of the shills, I know Harry Sisson's been kind of quiet ever since the debate. But for those of you that follow or see that idiot Lakota,
Oh God.
Lakota
yeah.
Ham,
That piece of shit's been out in force too, yeah.
yeah, he's been running his mouth, basically going, "I'm glad," and blah blah. I'm like, dude, really? I don't think they can protect you that much, dude.
It's a conflict for me because I want to be a free speech absolutist, but at the same time, I can see the writing on the wall. The longer this discourse goes on, the nastier shit's going to get, and I don't see a way to curtail it at all. I mean, maybe we shouldn't even try.
The main problem is that extremists basically have their voice validated, and it doesn't matter if you're left or right. Extremism leads to extremist solutions and
Sure.
extremist views. So, regardless of what you're on the political spectrum, it's much better to be in the moderate side, because regardless of your extremist view, it's still going to be not necessarily a net positive situation.
Yep.
Right, yeah, the mainstream media and the left's not going to, amplify your bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah.
as the resident European, I think
The only European.
yes,
You mean the future Arab Emirate? Go ahead.
yes. Well, we are already Arab proxies. They're already buying up everything, so that's beside the point. What you need is, I don't think precisely is a divorce, but come back to Jesus and come back to reality moment. And that includes prosecuting politicians, among other things, prosecuting media personalities from the mainstream media, and prosecuting extremist activists. Basically along the lines of existing laws and regulations. Because it's a very bad precedent it would set a very bad precedent to create a law and prosecute retroactively. But the Whoopi Goldbergs and Kathy Griffiths type of shit needs to be called out and needs to be prosecuted for what it is, and what it is incitement.
But you're talking about 90% of the news media, 90% of Hollywood, and probably 75% of Congress.
Yes, they need to go.
And their followers don't believe they did anything wrong. So prosecute them by all means. Throw them all in jail tomorrow. The crazy fuckers that have the guns that are doing the the violence, they're not going to be, yeah, they deserve that. No, they're going to get more incited and start killing people.
And the other thing that needs to happen, I think, is some reining in of the various social media platforms. Because you can be a free speech absolutist, but you have to keep in mind that the internet is not a local entity, and the various online communities are not local entities where you can meet fellow people. That's why that's why we went from pedophiles to minor attracted persons, because there are enough pedophiles around the world where they can make this kind of rebranding. But if they are alone in the local community, they will be known and they will be closely monitored by the local community.
But if we put a check and balance, as you're kind of hinting at on social media, we give back the power to the mainstream media in controlling the narrative.
And
Who's
like
gonna-
with... Oh, go ahead.
Who's going to watch the watchers?
Yes.
In this regard, I think you need to move away from the 24-hour news cycle.
Oh, yeah.
The
24
24-hour news cycle is dead. CNN is dead, Fox is dead, and the people watching those are dying. There is there isn't enough shit to fill up, and they are making up controversies. I think, and again, this is my perspective, but they need to be mandated to be not partisan. They need to be mandated, but they need to be mandated to a set of time. When, I don't know, an hour a day, where they are doing nothing but news. And that's the news segment. That's the public service. There's no spin, there's no opinion pieces, there's no talking heads, there's no pundits. There are the news with sources.
But then they're
And
not
that's
the free
it.
press. That's
That
the
doesn't
problem.
work in a
Yeah.
it doesn't work in a capitalist society, man. You'd have to have
The
have to be
the airwaves are public good. And
sure.
these companies are using public good, and in some aspect the public has a vested interest in the public goods used for the public's good, and using the public's goods to further shareholder interest instead of informing the population is not something that furthers the public's interest.
True.
Yeah, but the problem is who gets to dictate what's informational and what's misinformation.
Yeah,
It's always
that's
been a problem.
I'm not saying that informational or misinformation. I'm saying news sources. If you can't source it, you are not reporting it because it's not news. It's rumor.
Right, but then
And we need to go
source-
back to these simple journalistic ideas and simple journalistic practices. That if you don't have a source that is willing to go on record either, and I'm sorry, but anonymous source is fucking shit, and it's only it should be only admissible when it's alive for that situation for the source. Then it's not so anonymous source is not a source.
what
And
if the
a
source
source
is li-
have to
what if
have
the
a
source
name.
is lying though? Like that's the thing. Like you're talking like okay, you have a source or you don't have a source, and like if you have a source, the source itself is therefore always trustable, as long as they're willing to go public about it, which is not true.
That's why you have to have multiple sources. So anonymous source is not a source. One source is not a source.
Yeah, but you can't always have multiple sources if the source is like a whistleblower or something.
Yeah.
You're literally what the heck?
Then you print it as such.
Sure,
Then
I agree.
it's not news. It's an investigative piece, and we have one source who's a whistleblower, but it's not news. It's an investigative piece, and it's a separate entity.
Sure. I mean, the fundamental problem is the business model, right? They've learned that they can make money off rage bait and advertisements. They're no longer beholden to the income that they get from their viewers. So
Well, let's also not forget that activism has infiltrated literally everything at this point.
Yes.
Sure.
They're not journalists anymore; they're activists. Same thing
Right.
with teachers;
Journalists.
they're not teachers anymore; they're activists. Everything is activism.
yeah, most of our institutions are fucking infected and corrupted.
Journalists and pedophiles.
Don't forget
That's
the
why I said, man, I
commies.
don't know what to do about it anymore. I don't think it's something you can come back from.
I don't either.
The more and more I listen to this, the more and more I feel like we should have a beekeeper.
Oh, what?
Beekeeper?
Yeah.
You have to explain that.
Any, okay, so
Well,
there is a
That is a
Jason
metaphor.
Statham movie.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh, okay.
And the whole idea of a beekeeper is that they're basically an assassin that works on the benefit of the country, but they do have they're outside of all jurisdiction. So even like the president can be taken out if they feel like it is a threat to the country.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if I
like-
like that.
I personally like the movie because most of the time he's just beating the fuck out of those internet scam call centers.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, because
Think we
the
all are.
crux is his friend that basically he rented out stuff, who was like this older woman who runs like a charity account. got scammed and lost all their money and then committed suicide. So he just starts working from the top to destroy all these scam call centers. And it leads up to like the president's douchebag son.
Hunter?
I was about to say, hold on.
He looks like a fucking Californian hippie. He's a crypto bro.
Hunter?
Even more fitting.
Hunter looks like the aging pedo.
I mean, the only thing missing from this movie is the crack pipe and the underage Thai horse.
Oh God.
You wanted that monetization back, right?
Dude, I already knew. I was like,
But yeah, politics sucks overall. I a big fucking like result of all the fucking shit that we're dealing with, whether it's the extremist dipshits, the activists, or the media and all that crap. I've just noticed that there's just been a growing mentality, and I'm part of that mentality, where it's just complete and utter apathy and non-care.
Yeah.
And for any fan of the Knights of the Old Republic, apathy is death.
I'm still here. I'm looking for a hammer.
It's just not going to work out.
Damn.
What do you want to do with the hammer, Weezy?
He didn't say anything that rough.
No.
He's going to pay Pelosi a visit.
No.
What? Y'all trying to get me black band?
Black band, is that racist?
You're the one who said hammer, nobody else.
Yeah, you're the one who wanted to grab Paul Pelosi's hammer.
I'm gonna head out, guys. Sorry for interrupting the show, but
Man.
No,
Yeah.
you're always welcome.
yeah, good coverage so far, Wheezy, and good show. So everybody have a good one,
See you,
You
buddy.
too, man.
You too.
Take it easy.
Take care.
Bye bye.
baby.
Why has he got a different tool in his hand every time it comes on camera?
He's just showing off.
He said tool.
Well, your mind went there, not mine.
Hey, you said it.
Dirty bastard.
Tool.
And the third one. Okay, he's going to mount something on the wall. Maybe the cat.
I'm not.
I'm glad you finished. I'm glad you finished that.
Yeah,
sentence.
right?
He's gonna mount something.
There you
on the
go.
wall.
Mount the cat on the wall with the Morning Star. That's a fantastic idea.
No, my wife is making a bench or a shelf or something. I don't know.
I don't think you're putting together a bench or a shelf with the Morning Star, brother.
No, that's not for her. Get out of my seat.
That's a fuck you. I like how the cat goes completely stiff, like he's dead.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like,
oh, you've put me in range to break your shit. Hold on. Let me get a hold of
I
this.
got
mic.
this.
This is why I don't have cats in my house.
Okay, you are just
he's-
fishing
Dude,
for
that-
internet clout with the cat.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say those nails are gonna catch that pop filter, and your shit's gone, man.
I got extras for that reason. Oh, man. Yeah, fucking oddball. Called me a fucking boomer. I'm not a boomer. I just have
Wait,
tools.
Oddball called you that?
Oddball called me a fucking boomer.
Dude's
Fuck you,
like-
you're a boomer.
I was gonna say I think he's older than I am, so that's pretty funny though.
Fucking Peaky Blinders, motherfucker.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be Richard Simmons die on the same day as a presidential assassination.
Bro!
And then nobody noticed.
No,
Apparently, it wasn't just him either. It was that
Shannon
Shannon-
Doherty.
Yeah, Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty
damn
died
it.
too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Dude, she's like 53. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, wait, would they die younger than you? And it's like,
I mean,
Bro.
that's what stage 4 cancer does to you.
She had cancer?
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she didn't publicize it. She had it since
you go, guys.
2015.
If ever there was a reason not to have a woman on your Secret Service detail, right? That picture should should say
What
it
do you
all.
want us to do, President Trump?
Oh,
I like how
God.
the one grabbed him around the waist. I'm like, great, she's nutsack high.
Right. Yeah.
Look. I just gotta say that picture of him with the blood running down his face with his fucking fist in the air is metal as fuck. I
The
don't
American
care.
flag in the
The American
background.
flag
The
waving.
pose that.
Even
mean,
Cenk Uger had to come out and say it
Yeah.
was badass. You know you fucked up when the young turks.
My favorite was the black and white version with the glowing eyes and the caption "maced faggot."
Oh, speaking of the F-bomb there, has anybody else seen Blair White's response?
Oh
A
yeah.
few of them, yeah. I don't want to hear any of you faggots say anything about January 6th ever again. Mrs.
Yeah, I was
Cock
like-
has actually replied to one of her posts and reposted it. It's crazy how much reach that Blair's getting at this point.
Y'all trying to get me like secondary demonetized to where they don't let me do anything? Like what? I don't know what the stages of grief are here.
We're trying to get you over to Rumble, man. It's a...
YouTube's about to swat you anyway, so.
Probably. Dude, I thought
Listen,
about it.
Rumble, Odyssey, Kick.
I thought about it. It's just the audience isn't really there yet. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I haven't left completely. And I might
Well-
just need to make the switch because
You
Nah.
can try dual casting.
You've already got your foot in the door here. Build up your audience here, and then if they won't let you monetize later when you have an audience, then move and tell all your people, "Hey, I'm over here," and they'll just all go in.
see that was my line of thinking was
I'm with you.
you know just be like, all right, I'm out, bitches, bye.
Yeah,
You know?
why start over from zero when you've already got some traction here, and you can just carry it over with you when you do go.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
it. And at least while you're here, you can say whatever the fuck you want. What's
Well.
well, within reason. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you could get banned completely and shut down. But
There are certain things that I'm still not allowed to say.
Hey, we're working on it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, y'all can say it apparently, but I can't.
hey, man, Gen Z's bringing back those words with a vengeance. Just give it a minute. You'll be all right.
Yeah, let's just talk to Toralf's son for a few minutes. That
Oh my God, he's terrible.
That-
I've failed.
that boy got some issues.
Wait, what?
He's got a whole ass subscription. What the hell are you talking about?
We were playing Dark Tide a few days ago, and Toralf's son was on there, and we're all trying to be cool because he's like 17, and
Yeah,
man, he was,
we don't
he
want
was
to
dropping,
contribute to the delinquency of a minor. I'm like, y'all are 17 years too late for that shit.
he was dropping some shit that even I'm like, damn, bro, I wouldn't have said that. But okay. Poor Marzana's trying to be cool about it and shit.
My kids have no filter at all.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I was playing Phasmophobia with my daughter. She's 14, and her 16-year-old friend was in the lobby, and they're goofing off being kids, and I'm just standing there minding my own business, waiting for them to start the match. Next thing I know, the two of them have got their avatars bent over and running around, staring at the ceiling, doing crazy stuff. You know how that game is.
Oh yeah.
And my daughter starts ramming her avatar into the other kid, and she's like, "Why are you pegging me?" And I'm like, "I have to leave this lobby now. We're done.
That's
We're done."
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
why.
kids.
I mean, they were both girls too, which made it even more awkward somehow.
That girls are just yuck and disgusting. So
I got nothing, man. My kids are nuts. Lovable, but nuts.
Yeah, like I said, Marzana and I are trying to be like, okay, we're gonna be cool, and he's like, yeah, well, just dropping shit left and right. Like, okay, that's
So, how many slurs occurred?
yes.
Okay.
Sailors ain't got shit on my boys. My daughter's not quite as bad, but she's a close second.
Oh, I will say this. It is interesting seeing the infighting that's coming out of the black community now.
Some of
With
them.
Trump being, a lot more of them are speaking up that
Yeah.
are actually Republicans saying, yeah, nah, this ain't this ain't good. And it's so weird because I feel like people were too afraid to say anything, and now that this happened, now people are like, fuck it.
I'm telling you, Heath, he's going to be our first black president. He's already been our first black president. So He's
you guys
blacker
see
than
the
O.
deleted Forbes headline?
Yes.
Oh
Which
God,
one?
Runesong! I didn't even see you sneak in.
Yes, the worry that more black people are gonna vote for Trump now that he's been shot. Yeah, they fucking deleted it like 30 minutes later.
Oh God,
But hey, we're the racists.
Tim Pool's cracking jokes about density too now.
Oh, dude, they've been going at it like since last night. Him,
Watching Tim Pool switch sides has been one of my chief joys in life.
oh, I still fucking hate that dude. I think he's an
yeah,
egotistical fucking fearmonger just like the rest of them.
Well, he
I know,
wants a
but-
civil war just so he can hunker down in his bunker and
so he can
eat
cover
popcorn.
it.
God, he was making mocking comments about the guy that died in the bleachers. Jesus.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah,
He
that's,
probably has the idea he's going to be 3-Dog when the shit hits the fan.
Somebody asked him if this is the hill he wanted to die on. He goes, "Don't you mean the bleachers he wanted to die on?" Like,
yeah. See,
dude,
that's
really?
yeah. No, man.
Fucking hell.
No class, man. No class.
Well, I
The
mean,
beanie's
I mean,
on a little
the,
too tight, I
whole,
guess.
the whole stick of Tim Pool has been for the last, I don't know, 6 to 10 years. Civil War is coming, Civil War is coming. So if it's coming, he's going to be in his bunker jerking off to, I was right, I was right.
Somebody posted that he went to the hospital last night with a 3-hour-long erection that wouldn't go down, and that he was breathing heavily, saying Civil War as he went into the fucking ER.
that
About
sounds
died.
about right.
Mental
Listen.
images I did not need.
Listen, after a 3-hour-long erection,
If I had to unsee it, you're gonna have to live.
Rune, we know about your 12 terabytes of porn. Stop. It's just Tim Pool in his beanie.
And your drunk issues.
Please, you insult my
Yeah,
taste.
your drinking issues in game.
He says, please, you insult me. It's like at least 100 terabytes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, for those that don't know, that she has a serious drinking problem in D&D.
Yes.
just in the end,
Only?
Well, as far as I
Already
know.
know. Or if
Sorry,
you know.
it's the Irish half.
But she acted it out pretty well. That's the alarming part.
She really did, yeah. I mean, nothing could be worse than Marzana basically dancing on the bar, but, you know.
What
Yeah,
is
that
it
was-
they say? Like, write what you know.
Yeah, true.
What was it?
I mean, listen, if you really want to write what you know, then there is a Kickstarter for you.
Oh my god, that reminds me. One of the people that was doing the whole "oh, too bad they missed" shit was, and I only saw it because it ended up being reposted on like one of those meme pages. And if you look at the bio, it's somebody that writes like incest porn.
Oh,
And
man.
I was
Wait,
like,
what?
you know what?
Figures.
This actually tracks. This makes sense. These are the people that are currently crying because, you know, President didn't get assassinated. That, like, they check all the boxes. If they weren't fucking stereotypes, I wouldn't make fun of them.
Hey,
Well,
they exist for a reason, man.
It's like somebody was literally trying to somehow tie this back to, you know, the shooting in what was that, Waukesha or whatever.
What, Rittenhouse?
Rittenhouse, yeah, the Rittenhouse shooting. I'm like, I said, why did somebody fire into the crowd and hit a pedo? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what. But somehow they were trying to do this like tie back about gun control and violence and all. I'm like, what the?
Oh yeah,
Really?
a lot of are the right for gun control now?
No, we're for better Secret Service agents.
I mean, the funny thing was people saying that when Republicans take a shot, they hit pedophiles, and when Democrats take a shot, they miss.
Yeah, it's like if they think they're going to somehow, you know, spin this. And like I said, I love how at first it was like, oh, LOL, you wussies, it's only a 22. And then the narrative went out and it was like, no, it was
now
an
it's an AR.
AR-15. It's like, oh, shut up.
We're gonna ban assault weapons, even though they can't define a fucking assault weapon to save their lives.
And even though
I
they're
mean, they can define what is a woman. So.
Spray paint a Nerf gun black and they'd want it banned.
Racist.
Well, it's just like New York. At one point, New York was cracking down on those little gel water
Oh,
bead
yeah,
things.
yeah.
And some
I
kid
was
was
like,
carrying one
what
around,
the-
and they ended up arresting him.
Well, and women in Europe are getting arrested for spraying people with mace.
Okay, well, nothing could top the guy that was carrying around the 6-inch Master Sword from Legend of
Oh,
Zelda, I
God.
think. And because it was removable, they arrested him and gave him like 3 months in prison.
Yes, that's the British for you because
It was a letter
they're-
opener.
because
Density's hosting a Twitter space right now. You should go in and invade while you're on live stream.
I can't remember his name, but somebody challenged him to a duel over his nonsense.
Oh yeah, somebody in
Texas, yeah.
somebody said he'd rather you dueled his wife.
Was it? I know he was arguing with fucking Cat Canada or whatever, Canada, whatever the fucking name is.
No, I don't remember. It was just some
it
dude.
was some Caleb
Nope,
from
no.
Texas.
It's them because now Lauren Southern is in there.
Oh God.
I'm scared to listen to that on here because that dude has been saying some reprehensible shit.
Yippee-ki-yay.
And people were even like, "Oh, I can't believe Destiny would do this." So I was like, "Have you people not been paying attention?"
Yeah.
This
Well, because
motherfucker.
the
Wolf
crazy he's
lied.
been saying is to their liking.
Yeah.
So
Destiny is just Washlight.
Well, you know, Vosh started in Destiny's community.
I didn't actually.
Even more reason
did.
to hate Destiny. Even more reason to hate Density.
Vosh used to go by Irish Laddie in
Yeah.
Destiny's community, and then I guess Destiny wasn't left wing enough for Vosh anymore, and then he went off on his own.
Irish laddie. There's so many jokes. There's just
Which it's kind of the same thing that happened with Hassan. Destiny wasn't left wing enough for Hassan, so then that bridge burned too.
But you can deport Hassan.
Well, you have to celebrate.
He was born in Turkey, Turkish citizen.
Well, for the briefest of moments, I thought Destiny was actually going to come back a little bit to the center and have moments
Same.
of reasonableness, and then somehow this failed assassination attempt just made him lose his mind.
Yep. That's what most people are saying. They're like, "Motherfucker, we knew you hated Trump. We didn't know you hated anybody that doesn't vote the same way as you."
but it's not a
Yeah.
cult.
Right.
Isn't that mentality nowadays? You know, just
it's a party.
you're the exact same opinion, or you don't fucking vote the exact same way as me. You're the enemy.
Well, it's not even that. We've gotten to the point where it's not you're the enemy anymore. It's we want you fucking dead.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been that way a while.
Dude, it's it's just another form of tribalism.
I just want to
Went
know
from-
why, if I mention Marzana drinking and dancing on a bar in D&D, she shows up in stream.
It went from
I mean, the same as Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Did you guys
Angry
catch
midget.
the
Angry
reporting?
midget, angry midget. Marzana shows up.
And not Density.
I'll pay
Oh,
for that
God.
later. I know.
You know, there was a time where I thought about like trying to get on his radar so that I could talk to him about being fucking reasonable. And then it was like, you know what? This would be the worst possible thing that I could do.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fucking touch it.
Yeah, no, you don't need to be the one that saves that hoe.
Isn't that what his wife said?
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite responses to his nonsense was when he tweeted about being conflicted about the incident.
Oh,
and
yeah.
someone replied like his wife was conflicted too.
Well, that's what kicked off the whole thing. That one.
Oh, that was what kicked it off. Oh
That-
my gosh.
That is what set that motherfucker off on. I don't even know what you would call it. Now people are saying he's manic and that he's just being an edgelord and this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, this is normal. This is what he does.
Whatever it is, it's well deserved.
I mean, he's getting a lot of flack, and you know, I don't think even people that are on the left that still have some brain cells left are upset about the fact that, you know, innocent people were killed and injured, right?
This has been quite the litmus test.
Yeah. Yep. And that's where the whole thing came off of people that are like, whoa, we don't want people that vote a certain way, Dad. Wait a minute, what are you saying? No, yeah, we do. Oh, okay.
Apparently, the Secret Service are holding a presser right now.
See if I can find that.
Is the Queen of Pepsi talking or somebody else?
I don't know, but apparently they're refusing to answer questions.
Oh, what a shock!
Of course they are.
Okay, they don't have Miss Pepsi up.
Yeah, that bitch needs to resign.
Is anybody
or be fired?
The FBI is trying to foist blame onto the Secret Service.
Oh, I found it from another channel.
Well, as they should.
Yeah,
we are
FBI's out there
taking
going,
care of this
we don't
city.
have a motive. Shut
Period.
the fuck up, dude.
We don't have a motive while we sit here and try to figure out what to do with his car full of bombs.
Yeah, because
I don't buy that car full of bomb stuff yet. That makes no sense to me.
They are rapping. Nope. That's total Fed involvement.
Damn it. We missed it.
That's total Fed involvement, dude.
Fuck.
I don't believe anything I'm hearing. It's all deliberately obscured.
One, say the line. Say the line.
Misinformation.
He was on our radar.
Cheat fakes.
Yeah, that's... Well, again, I like the... both sides are violent. Bitch, no. No, not this time.
Not yet, we're not.
One of my favorite was, like I said, literally somebody put, okay, what could really happen? A bunch of white people get angry, and I just put soldiers marching on the street. It's like, you don't really want to go there, guys.
You guys don't remember colonization? You bitch about it often enough.
I fucking called it. I called it.
What did you call?
I knew that they were gonna liken Trump putting his hand in the air to Hitler or somebody. I knew it.
Somebody
I knew it was coming.
God.
I knew it.
Oh, it took them this long?
Who was it that... Metronoid?
Was it anybody important or just some jackwagon on,
Oh, it's all over Reddit at this
Yeah.
point.
Reddit's
Metronoid, get that shit off
But
the screen.
The funny thing, I'm still waiting to see if they noticed this. When they were moving him off the stage, after he was doing the whole fist raise thing, there's a moment where Trump is like reaching out and his hand is like this.
Oh, God.
And I was like,
no.
somebody is going to say something about that.
He was trying to wave.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was looking, before I hopped in here, I was looking at another camera angle. And yeah, of course they would.
The best
detail was
reach...
trying to drag him off, and he was desperately getting him to slow down so that he could interact with the crowd one last time before he left.
The best reach I saw was him putting his fist in the air, ties him back to the George Floyd protests.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the absolute...
I'm so fucking sick of hearing about that, dude.
Well, listen, since he's the first black president, it was most definitely a black power salute. So put some respect on the man's name.
He should play into that. He should play into that more, man.
Jesus. No, this is not for you.
So there's some reporting going around now too that the reason possibly that the shooter missed was that the building he was on, there were two buildings that were joined by a connection. There was a ladder propped up there, and nobody did anything about it. And I guess a cop went up that ladder to investigate after people started pointing out the shooter was up there. The shooter aimed at the cop, who then pissed his pants and went back down the ladder. And then the shooter panicked and started cracking off rounds trying to hit Trump instead of taking a measured shot. I don't know how true any of that is. Be interesting if it comes out in the FBI or Secret Service reporting, but
That makes sense.
That just reminded me of one of my personal favorite memes of they take Emperor Palpatine and they put Trump's face. The attack has left me scarred.
Whatever it was, I mean, how far that building was from Trump? 130, 150 meters.
150 yards,
Yeah.
not having people on that fucking roof was clearly an oversight.
Badger and I kicked that around all morning.
Yep.
Going, are you kidding me?
It was either the most incompetent bumblefuck incident ever, or it was deliberate. There's
I've
no
seen
in
more-
between.
I've seen more thorough security at the Smithsonian.
Right, right.
Right? You'd have a harder time getting through a TSA checkpoint. Get the fuck out of here.
Somebody said TSA agents are scarier than those Secret Service
Right.
folks.
You mean the buffet at the Golden Corral?
Good lord.
I mean, the RNC
That's too
tomorrow.
good.
People are already saying security is through the roof. So we'll see.
Of course
what
it is.
happens.
You better be.
Fat ass over here.
Jon Stewart was going to go there and in person so that he could make fun of people. Now he's too chicken shit. Decided to stay in New York to do it.
Sounds about right.
The Secret Service won't do it. Where can we go volunteer?
I think Trump said he was going to be in Wisconsin in like a week or something like that.
He
still
was
gonna
going to
go
bump.
forward and-
He was going to bump back his trip to Wisconsin to the RNC, and he said, "Nope, I'm still showing up on time. Eat my ass."
Yep.
And he went golfing and everything today.
Yeah, he went golfing. He's like,
Yeah, put a
That's
band-aid
awesome.
on it. He didn't give a shit.
Well, there was
They
all
said
that
he
talk
had
that
his
he was going to
hatred
show up
for
to the
them.
UFC thing last night, and I don't think that happened.
"No,
One of his-
they probably wouldn't let that happen." I'm sorry, but
No,
One
I
of his
think
caddies was saying that he was in good spirits.
yeah, the fighters were calling him out at the end of their bouts that night, and I think somebody just connected that he must be there, and that wasn't the
Come on,
case.
Mox.
well,
I'll help you.
Okay, there is some
Yeah, I don't think he would have
interspecies
made it.
warfare
Like,
going
you
on.
figure getting medical attention, the security debriefs, and everything else, he wouldn't have been able to make it even if he wanted to.
Well, Biden has come out and said that he's going to beef up Trump's Secret Service details, so probably got to coordinate that logistically.
And this is coming after I don't know how many calls from the squad and the other retards were to effectively strip Trump of his security detail.
yeah, Chuck Schumer was basically one of the whole detail removed.
Yep.
Yes, because calling your political opponent a Nazi, a threat to democracy, and Hitler reincarnated is not going to for 8 to 10 years straight is not going to radicalize your already fraying consumer base. So,
Along
Good
with
call.
telling Supreme Court justices you'll reap the whirlwind.
Yeah. I don't know what pisses me off more, the 8 years of constant lying and gaslighting, or this about face they're all pulling, acting like they give a shit about Trump surviving.
That one,
That one.
the latter.
But just think, somebody who's 20 years old for the last 8 or 9 years, since they were like 11 or 12, they've been hearing nothing but Trump is Hitler, trans genocide, all this stuff. If that's the groups they're in on Reddit and stuff, that's all they've heard for the past most of their life.
not just
And from the
Reddit,
news, if their parents have it on.
schools, teachers,
Yeah, I was
news.
gonna say you got that in college too. They said.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's all planned. It's a long game.
Yeah, they can afford to play it. They hold most of the inside track for everything going on. So
Yeah. You know, I genuinely meant it when I said that it's sad that this is where we're at now.
I mean, you just need a hard balls new McCarthy, and you need to go
Oh
through
yeah,
all
we need a
levels of
hard fucking reset.
federal employment and basically force out the commies.
They won't go without a fight.
okay,
Well, the good thing is that's from my perspective.
They
In
won't let us
the
go without one
U.S.,
either. That's the scary
in the U.S., you have I don't know how many million, 400 million guns.
Something like that.
That's
Oh
just
no, we got
Texas.
more. That's how many people we have. We got way more guns than people.
that's the ones that are legally registered. I mean,
Yes. Yes,
What's
and
the figure? We got
all
like
of the
3 or
others that
4
you have
guns
from
for
the
every
military
person.
surplus and the souvenirs. So you have that amount of gun. It's
I mean,
not
Badger's
the
got half of those himself, so
it's not the soycocks and the
Hey,
liberals
A lot of them have
holding
guns
onto
now
those
too,
guns.
actually. Not as many, but a lot of them are armed too. Thinking that the left's not armed these days is not a good look.
But from the experience standpoint,
Sure.
they have a gun. They either don't know how to
They
use
don't
it
train
or
with it. They probably only got one
Precisely.
or two. Yeah, you're right.
What they
Precisely.
are
So-
is a transport system until I get resupplied. That's what they are.
But even a fucking idiot who's never been trained with a gun is dangerous. Go
Yes.
talk to the family of the dude that got domed last night. So, you know.
yes, just like I don't know what was the warfare, laws of Murphy regarding warfare. Professionals are predictable. It's the problem are the amateurs.
Right.
And so some silver lining that they don't know how to use it, but they're the enthusiastic amateurs. But they need to go.
I mean, peaceful divorce has to be made possible, or violent divorce is inevitable. It's just how it is at this point.
Which unfortunately is what they want.
I know, that's the sad part. Like, they want us to suffer. Like, I've seen them post shit like,
Oh, yeah.
"You're not allowed to leave. We will, do XYZ to you to force you to stay." It's like, why? We just want
Because
to
they
be
need
away
us to run everything.
yeah, they're
For
not
the work
capable.
from. Most of them don't think that way, man. They just literally hate us. They think we're useless and that we don't contribute anything.
Why do I need to know how to grow food? I just go to the store.
Yeah, I get that. That's the reality behind it. But most of these people that say this kind of shit, it's literal just hatred.
Yes.
It's not about turning us into a servant class. It's about grinding us into paste.
No, Sita, don't you remember over in the Chaz? They can totally grow vegetables on sheets of cardboard.
Yeah,
God,
until
that
some
was-
fucking meth head decides to breakdance on your cardboard.
Cardboard
I mean,
plastic
if you-
bags, and I'm like, what the actual fuck?
That was fantastic.
If you want a historical perspective, just look at the communist revolution of 1918 in Russia. Because
I was going to say that, or if you've read Frank DeCotter's 3-volume set about China.
mhm,
Oh,
precisely the Great Leap Forward.
yeah.
So
When they decided to kill all the starlings or sparrows or whatever?
yes. So the Russians, the communist revolution was not an agrarian, not a proletarian revolution. It was an intelligentsia-driven revolution, and these people have their lofty ideas, but knew nothing about how to grow food, how to organize a work detail or something like that. And when they came into power, they effectively forced the peasants to abandon their fields, to go into the factories to industrialize, and there weren't enough peasants to grow food, and the leftover peasants, the lands were taken from them, collectivized, and when these lands have been collectivized, there was no incentive to grow the food, to do more than the bare minimum. So starvation set in, and who were the first to be killed? The leftover peasants, because they sabotaged the Communist Party.
Yes.
And with the Chinese was, and in some aspects still, a deeply traditional agrarian society. And Mao decided that they need to make a great leap forward and industrialize like the Soviets did 30 years prior to that. And the agrarian equipment made from shit quality metal was melted down to make new metal equipments fit to the factories, but since the quality was bad and the organization wasn't there, they failed. But since they couldn't grow their food because they were working in the factories, but the factories weren't producing because they had shit quality equipment. They had nothing to trade for their food, since they couldn't grow their food, so starvation set in again. Plus, it was compounded that Mao decided that the small songbirds were some blight on society, and they were eating too much of the crops, so they were killed, and instead came I don't know, the rats and no, not the rats,
Insects.
the locusts, insects,
Yeah,
the locusts,
yeah.
and they eat up all the crops. That was all the meager crops that they could grow. So starvation set in, and I don't know, 30 to 50 million people died.
One of my, I won't say personal favorites, but one of the ones that really struck me hard was when they had theories of how to grow food as a communist. For example, plant two dissimilar plants next to each other because in comradely good fellowship, they will help each other.
Yes.
Or plant them deeper because when they push up through the dirt, it'll make them stronger. And the peasants are going, "You're a retard." Bang! Who else has got an opinion? That's what I thought. Now, start digging. It's a 3-volume set, and the middle book is actually the best of the three books to really go over it. The melting down of their plows to make cheap metal that didn't work. And then they said, well, no, go plant the fields then. With what?
Yes.
It's... And in some ways, they are still suffering from that. They still have a hard time getting the peasants in the fields because that's the one part of their government that actually works is the food production. So they have to leave them alone. They can't oppress on them too hard or suddenly there's no food.
Yes, or just remember how the Russians diverted the tributary rivers of the Aral Sea.
Yeah.
And the Aral Sea is gone, and the tributaries are also gone, and the cotton industry that they wanted, the water of these rivers is also gone because it was not sustainable for any amount of time.
Or in China, the Gorges Dam, yeah.
Well, that's just Kinesium and Chinese production industry and Chinese in building industry built on top of a major fault line.
Yep.
And under it is Chinese industry. I don't know how big percent of China's industrial base. 70, 80.
Yeah, millions of people, major industry plants, a lot of their heavy industry is all in that valley. Yeah.
Yes. And it's built with the China concrete, so good luck.
Yeah. But
what happened with Weezy? The cat got the dog's place, or is just a cold war between the species?
No, they're always trying to fight to get in my chair.
So it's not a cold war, it's a hot war. Okay.
Yeah, no. If I get up for even a fraction of a second, one of them is going to take my chair. I don't know why, but yeah.
Because it smells of you. It smells of your ass. It smells of your ass.
I guess.
But
it's a running thing of communists killing smart people. Just look at the Khmer Rouge.
I was going to say shooting people because they had glasses. Well, they read too much. It's like, what?
Or you believe in a higher power or whatever. It's like, oh, you're different.
And that's why you hear these people, well, that's not true communism. We're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Says who?
That's why I love the memes.
They haven't done it right.
Well, my
if
favorite
it didn't work, they didn't do it right.
The memes that are like, but I was going to make, gender queer videos for the cause on YouTube. Shut up and dig the ditch.
I mean, my favorite.
I love how they always pick the arts.
Yeah,
like
always.
Poetry, painting. Someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the cooking." Like they like
there is no art in communism. There is only state-approved art, and there is underground art. And either you are creating something to further the communistic ideas, and you can look at the statues that have been left over in Eastern Europe, how that art looks like and how that communist brutalism looks like. Or you can be a starving literal artist that's hunted by the regime and you can produce your art. But you are not going to be an artist in a communist sense. Because the communist people don't need art because that's a bourgeois idea and that's a bourgeois pastime, and they are past that. Just like they are past the homosexuality, lesbianism, and serial killers, because these are the symptoms of a bourgeois society. And in a communist society, there are no such things.
Go look at find pictures of Chernobyl and Pripyat before the disaster, and look at the art and look at the building style.
Oh shit! You can just go to Kazakhstan and see all that shit. It's still there.
Or you just
success.
Or you just
Oh my
need to look
gosh.
up Andrei Chikatilo.
Yeah,
True. He was a serial killer, active in Russia for, I don't know, 40, 50 years, and definitely he admitted to 56 murders for young females and children, but there are multiple. Well, there are at least hundreds that are linked to him. So, but since this took place in southern Russia, so Rostov-on-Don, and in that part of Russia, so between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and it was when it was the Soviet Union, and in the communist idea there is there are no serial killers. Every single killing was investigated in a vacuum, and nothing was done.
Okay,
And
tore off how? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's a change of subject. I was going to ask you how accurate you think that is. I mean, that looks like 4chan, doesn't it?
I think it's Reddit, but it might be one or the other. I don't know that I trust it. Obviously, the source is BS, but there is an argument to be made that in a situation like that, snipers, police snipers, SWAT snipers, for instance, they're not allowed to take the shot until brass gives them the green light.
Out of my chair.
So Jen Psaki decided to make a statement.
Oh God.
Why?
That whore.
She says, "I'm incredibly scared. I'm scared for journalists. I'm scared for people who have public platforms of all parties."
Oh my God.
Oh, of course she is. She's not scared for Trump or his supporters. She's scared for all the people that are about to get canceled for saying dumb shit. Fucking whore.
How do you really feel?
I'll get Wheezy canceled if I say
So,
My biggest problem
I'm
is that
sorry.
the bitch is a redhead. And she's giving other redheads a bad name.
I mean, she's the only redhead. Oh, wait a minute. She was replaced by a black character.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I just realized. No. The redhead
But
replacement
listen,
continues.
that black
Life
character
imitates
is clearly a Make-A-Wish kid, because that black character has brain damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wait till the live action remake of Brave comes out. I don't want to watch that shit.
Girl, you don't be messing with that bear.
I heard Yasuke was going to play the role of William Wallace.
We was Scots and shit.
Fuck. Assassin's Creed. Have you seen that that Ubisoft was buying up
Amazon shit.
Amazon shit and repackaging it to send that as I don't know, influencers and super fancy edition extras? That's pretty fucking bad.
My swords are more authentic than what they put out there.
Bring forth the World War II katana.
I'm just wondering why they still haven't clicked on the whole of a big black dude going around killing Japanese people.
They have. The Japanese government's
Japan
actually
has.
getting involved now.
Oh, I know, but I mean that Ubisoft is still thinking, yeah, this is cool. This is a cool thing to see. Sure.
I mean, I'm waiting for the Nexus mod where they transport the game to current day San Francisco.
Or New York, yeah.
That would be authentic.
Apparently, the latest thing is that Japan's upset that they didn't do enough research to be able to tell the difference between Chinese and Japanese architecture.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And on top of that, the sword that they gave, I think Yasuke, is apparently now. I don't know that this is on purpose because, like,
Those
no
were One
offense,
Piece.
Japan, they look a lot. They all look the same, but apparently this sword is almost identical to a sword in One Piece.
Well, you know the one banner they had too, didn't you?
Yeah.
They basically had a banner in the background, and they supposedly were trying to copyright it. It was from a Japanese historic recreation group. Now, the banner had been used by this group for pre-World War II era. And suddenly Ubisoft's like, well, I'm sorry, but it's ours now. Yeah, that literally was. And they said, but we've been using that since like the 1920s or 30s. I don't care. It's ours now. And between that and what was the other one? They had cherry blossom trees and rice. Cherry blossom trees in full blossom with rice ready to be harvested.
Yeah, wrong time of the year.
What the?
Yeah, it's like Disney trying to copyright Day of the Dead.
Well, at least it's not pauldrons.
Or Lego when they tried to copyright a bunch of different Maori words for Bionicle.
Oh man!
Like their government actually got involved and were like, "No, f off."
I mean, good thing that that the Bionicle shit happened that long when the internet wasn't present, because
Right.
Okay,
man, this is depressing.
I'm just gonna say, the reason this whole Assassin's Creed Shadows thing is such a shit show is because it's Ubisoft Quebec. I'm just saying.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh.
They made up all this
French
bullshit, and that
Canadians
wiki
fucked
just
everything
to
up.
justify putting a black dude in that game. That's all it was.
You
We were
have
samurais
They're
and
getting their
shit.
ass caught out with all the bullshit that
Listen,
the lies
now,
they spread.
in my opinion, you have to blame the whole of Ubisoft. You cannot say these guys are responsible, but the rest of Ubisoft is not. When they have a moral obligation to go, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah,
They're Canadian. They're cooked.
Blame the French. Blame the French. UB is French.
Canada is my worst nightmare at this point.
Start the Panzers through the Ardennes now.
But if it wasn't for Canada, we wouldn't have Ryan Stiles.
That's
What?
true.
What is it?
That's true.
Who?
Yeah.
Ryan
Although-
Stiles, that dude hasn't been relevant since when?
I
Who the hell
still,
is
think,
that?
I still think
Who's
Colin
that?
Moriarty is better.
He said, "Who the hell is he?"
Yeah, I was gonna say, who the fuck is Ryan
Not
Stiles?
Moriarty.
I don't know who it is either.
Okay, see, the old people are confused here.
Improv comedy shows ever.
Say it again. Didn't hear you.
He's one of the dudes. You guys would know him from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Colin Mockery. Colin Mockery's better.
Colin Mockery is Canadian too.
Okay, then I'll give them a pass.
Oh, wait, there is one Canadian we have to thank them for, William Shatner.
Yeah.
Does he
We
count,
do have to
though?
thank him for the chat. Well, kind of. Yeah, he's been here for I don't know 200 years or something.
No, he hasn't. He's been on a voyage with the Starship Enterprise. What are you talking about?
Stupid.
But
I mean, listen. On those multiple 100 teras of private material, are there any good Canadians?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah,
I
the
don't know. Ask Rune.
news just doesn't put a camera on them.
All
You
the
know,
people
see
who were at
that-
the truckle protests. God, I can't talk. All the truckers, they're the good Canadians.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember, honk honk,
It's violence.
How?
And they're such-
Honking
You'll
is
see
violence.
that back to that question you asked earlier about whether or not I thought that might be him or whether or not that particular blurb even tracks. If you watch the video again where the camera's on that guy as the shots start getting fired and you watch it with what was said in that post in mind, kind of reads into his body language in a different way as I'm sitting there
Well,
watching it again.
The guy
Also-
on the near side, he almost looks like he panics. He almost looks like he's got
He
buck
flinched.
fever. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
got buck
flinched for
fever. He
sure.
looks up and he looks down and he looks at his sight, and I was, asking.
Well, that's what I
asking-
thought. But as I'm reading this, I'm thinking he's looking, because my argument was, how the fuck are you on a building looking right in the direction where the shooter is that whole time and you don't do anything, right? But then it occurred to me, he's not allowed to shoot until somebody tells him he can. He's going to get the order in his earpiece to fire. If you're that guy and you're looking right at it's coming, and the shot goes out, the first thing that's going to go off in your mind is, what the fuck? When can I shoot this dude? And you start flipping out. The body language kind of tracks. That's all I'm saying.
Well, all I
It's
can say is,
I'm going to tell you that's not how that works. And that's all I'm going to say because I have to watch what I say about that.
What, that you got to get the green light to take the shot? Or
Correct.
just the...
Correct. That's Hollywood bullshit.
they're if
I'd have to do that.
I always
If
love
it's
when
strong
Badger
enough,
says
you
something
can take the
cryptic
shot.
and then doesn't elaborate.
No, he's having seen the other side of it from the outside. Yeah, if they feel that it's legitimate, but it better be legitimate. But if they feel it's legitimate, though, they can take the shot.
I mean,
They're
that's-
trained for just that purpose.
That's what they basically made their premise for in American Sniper.
Yeah, it was in his book.
Oh boy.
Well, and not even the movie, the book. When he wrote the book, he outlined that very clearly, that he had to get brass to sign off on him to take a shot. He was responsible for reporting what he saw and making the case to, hey, let me take the shot. This is happening.
But
he wasn't allowed to just pull. Well, yeah, right. The movie and the book are two different things.
Let me. How can I say this? Look, okay, putting that turd aside, and you can go find out why he's a turd. I've been doing that job for well over 30 years, and I'm telling you, it's not how it works.
Yeah.
I've been in that community, every bit of that community, for over 30 years. It's not how it works, and that's not me arguing with you.
No, I hear you.
What you're talking about, most of it is Hollywood, and about the only time you might see something like that is dealing with, say, normal police SWAT snipers. Those guys up there are not police; they are Secret Service. They're just wearing
Right.
police because that's just what it is.
Oh, yeah, I know they're not cops.
Okay, and the only reason they would even ask for that permission, is if there was a shot that could be allowed, and if it actually warranted it. But I can tell you, I won't go into what I did, but I will tell you that once that shot is taken and the threat is effectively neutralized, not only where the target was, but where the shooter was now become the crime scene. So that shooter comes off the gun. Nobody touches the gun. Nobody touches brass. Nobody does anything.
Right.
All to make sure that what he did was lawful as well.
Makes sense.
That's about all I want to say on that.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
And again, I want to stress, I'm not arguing with you, dude. Like, I'm not trying to call you out. It's just, it's.
Oh, yeah, I'm
it's-
just spitballing. I'm not.
It's
good
rough
to
for
keep
me
in
to
mind.
sit here sometimes, especially with the stuff. See, that and I have been talking about all day, and watch this stuff come across, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude, it's not even policy, you know. So, you know what I mean?
The whole thing stinks to me. I think the fact that they let that motherfucker get up on the building and nobody had it cleared, watched anything.
Well, if you
too
watch
many
that guy
questions.
that's in the kneeling,
Entertaining if I was.
if you watch that guy that's in the kneeling on the tripod, okay, first of all, amateur hour, okay. That's the guy on the far side is the only one halfway doing anything correct.
Right. Why would you expose yourself that much?
Well, no, there's overt and there's covert, but the point being is that's not a stable position for that caliber of a rifle on that slope. Okay,
Wow.
there's nothing stop. He does not have that tripod freaking anchored in any way other than the leg in front of the eave there, or the crown rather. That is not enough. And if you watch the video of where he's looking through the scope and then he looks up and then tries to pop a shot off, that dude's muzzle went freaking anywhere but where the shooter was. The only guy who shot that guy had to be the dude on the far side. That's the only one.
Ironically, would be the sniper that didn't have the slant of their roof as cover.
Correct.
So the guy doing the guy who probably made the shot was the one who in the end was more
The one that shit
exposed.
his pants the most.
I mean, in the spirit of fairness, you could make the argument that the guy on his knee on the tripod is covering some dead space between their building and the ones over there. But again, they were already set up for that. You know what I mean? They were already set up to look in that direction in the first damn place. It makes no sense how that guy ever got on that freaking building without being under observation. And somebody, you know, and I told Sia this. I'm even upset at the people that said that they were 50 feet away. Bro, grab a fucking rock and throw it at the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Not only that,
obscure his vision, cause him to move, cause him to do something that, you know, you got people that apparently were yelling in the crowd far away from this idiot, you know, 100 more yards away. So something's wrong here.
How do you get three guys with scopes watching the building, looking right at the fucking ladder that the shooter had to climb up to get into his position? Like, what were they doing while he was climbing up? He clearly had a rifle as he was climbing the ladder. Now you tell me none of them saw it?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's
no, you're absolutely correct, dude. And here's the thing. Obviously, that dude was an amateur or whatever. I mean, cargo shorts and a freaking, you know, wannabe t-shirt and all that crap, dude. If you're gonna be covert on any rooftop,
On a metal roof in the middle of summer.
Yeah, really, dude.
You'd be nuts off.
Yeah, I mean that was just dumb, just dumb.
But yeah, if you look where the ladder is, I'm sure there are probably some people saying like, you know, oh well, the main building was separating the view from the crowd of the ladder on the other side. Why was nobody in the parking lot?
Dude, it's worse than that. It's worse than that, Rune. First of all, the Secret Service set up a what they're calling their limit of advance or security perimeter inside of 300 yards. What the hell are you thinking? Okay? They ought to know that just from their own snipers' supposed capability. Second of all, there should have been roving patrols around the only exterior threat, which would be buildings, that anyone, you know, could potentially, you know, keep them from getting to them or block their observation. I'm going to go on a tangent here. I know it. And then third, yeah, sorry. And then third, you've got all these people out there right now trying to argue and defend the Secret Service and police and say that there's always ladders around buildings. Bull fucking shit, dude. It's on Twitter, dude. It's on Twitter.
That's
not only is that
biggest
bullshit.
load of shit.
Yeah.
Nobody leaves ladders up on buildings.
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact you got meth heads needing everything they can, you know, to keep their fix going, not only is that bullshit, but again, part of securing your perimeter, and that building is well inside the 300 yard perimeter that they set up for themselves, is to go around and look for all of these exterior threats and anything that could be considered a diversion, you know, might draw, the attention of your actual observers and snipers and whatnot. It's the whole thing reeks. And then there's that one video behind Trump where the Secret Service agent tells I can't remember if it was a cameraman or just a photographer or whatever, and then somebody else had these people move out of the way that had been there for a long time, and he'd been standing there by himself as well, and then all of a sudden the shot happens. Come on, dude.
Yup.
Something's wrong here. I'll shut up now.
Ain't nobody gonna get in any kind of trouble for it. That'll be the best part.
You know, I've been working 2 hours now to try to steer this in the direction to get Badger all wound up, so mission accomplished.
Oh, you're welcome.
Stay out of it.
I mean, see that you'd
I'll
be
start
aware.
getting on woke hammer. I'm like, how do we get this back on track?
I mean, you'd see that you'd be a welcome addition to, I don't know, World of Tanks forum just to leak some manuals or.
Dude,
I don't know.
don't. Oh God, don't get me started on that game, or I'm gonna
This
go.
War Thunder?
I'm gonna go full Badger mode if you started on that topic.
All I know is, in real life, the most badass tank ever made was the Lehman Russ. I didn't say real life.
Oh my gosh, someone actually has video of the shooter before he fired.
Yeah, there's video of him climbing around up there. There were
What the
tons of
hell?
people watching it, screaming about it, and just
Didn't they have him on a drone too?
I didn't see a
I'm
drone.
sure they did.
But again,
I-
you know,
I
there you
wouldn't
go.
shock me.
All these Trump supporters, you know, you said you were 50 feet away, bro. Take your fucking shoe off. Do something to get this guy's attention. You know what I mean? To divert
Yeah,
his
make
ability
noise,
to aim
something.
accurately. Something. While you're yelling and screaming.
Yeah, I could see. Well, see, this is my problem. Like, somebody should have. I'd like to make the argument that somebody should have had a handgun or somebody should have been strapped there, but they'd be too close to the president. There's no fucking way they would have been getting anybody on the
Yeah.
ground would have been allowed that close. So
Right. But I mean, well, what I'm saying is all you got to do is, you know, screw up this guy's attention. You know what I'm saying? To take
Yeah.
a clear shot. And that buys
There's-
time for law enforcement.
They're still trying to push the narrative that he was hit by chunks of a teleprompter, even though you can see the teleprompters are in perfect shape.
Yes.
They're
Wow.
still trying to push that story.
Oh my God.
why does that even matter?
But they're trying to say that it wasn't a bullet; it was a glass off the or you know that hit him, so they can minimize the
Oh
you know
my
the
God,
threat to his
whatever.
life or whatever.
Some dick face named Tim Russ. I don't know who the fuck he is. That
You
they're
know-
pushing the oh well, he was a registered Republican. Yeah, because you can't register and then change your affiliation 5 times a day.
Well,
While donating to
that's not the same.
Democrat groups.
They're
Yeah.
chasing after that
registered
Crooks guy.
Republican
It's not
donating to
him.
Biden.
There's no way it's that Thomas Crooks dude that they all keep chasing. I don't know why they're digging into him and all the bull. Well, I mean, I know why they're doing it, but it's just if his name's on it, it's bullshit.
Hey, Badger, you want to hear this one? That shot was 200 yards away. Only a military assault rifle can do that.
Oh, please.
Bro, we literally shoot 22 caliber subsonic ammunition at 500 yards here for 22 matches. What the fuck are they talking about?
I mean, even in
How
the
do they
army, you
imagine
had to
you
hit
hunt
targets
deer?
further.
Drop out of the tree and stab him with a fucking hunting knife?
Man,
Hell, even in the army, we had to hit 300-yard targets. Holy shit!
That's the most asinine fucking thing.
we don't have assault rifles in the military. I'm just saying. Russians
Anybody could do
we
what he
don't.
did with a deer rifle at twice that distance. Yeah.
Dude, some
Oh
of
my
these
God, he's-
It's all just
high-powered freaking
idiots
pellet
with
guns
Movie knowledge.
can fucking reach out, man. I'm not saying you'll be accurate, but you could definitely reach out.
I'll probably mispronounce this. Brother, let me tell you what I could do with a 338 Lapua.
That's correct. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, but
tell,
I'm gonna
show.
tell you right now, if a 338 would have caught Trump in the ear, he'd
Oh,
have been
God.
hurting.
There'd have
I'm
been
gonna
no
tell you,
ear.
he wouldn't have no ear.
My
That's why I
personal
was thinking it
favorite
was
was
22.
my personal favorite was when they said the bullet would have deflected off his ear and hit him in the temple.
Deflected.
Right, yeah, because ears are.
That cartilage and a little bit of fatty tissue at the top.
Bro, the
He's not
steel targets that we
literally
shoot don't even
Teflon
send
Don.
bullets back, freaking
Right,
almost 180
right.
degrees. That's ridiculous. Maybe they forgot where your ear is located on your head.
I've been watching too many of them fucking Kennedy magic bullet theories.
Well, yeah, that was the other discussion we got into earlier was the whole Kennedy thing. So,
Hey, don't go on.
I'm not going anywhere with that one, man. We just discussed it. As far as I'm concerned, Lee Harvey Oswald was the greatest shot ever.
Yeah.
And he had a bullet like you ain't never fucking seen before.
That Marine showed what one motivated Marine and his rifle can do.
He shot him from that book suppository building.
Do you know how far away he was?
Pretty far.
Pretty far, sir. Fucking Wheezy's like, this is why I do this. I don't have to say anything on this stream. You motherfuckers will just run your mouth.
Yeah, just let them
for
show
hours.
their ass.
Bro, I was over here eating.
Exactly.
He's eating his chicken nuggies, man. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Chicken tendies.
Yeah.
He's got chicken tendies dipped in shrimp flavored ramen. Exactly.
No, I was like, I realized I was like, I hadn't eaten anything, and I usually don't eat before we stream. The more I sit here, I'm just like, I need to eat.
Could be worse. You could have had what I made, because I'm a shitbag. Is
We're all
anyone familiar?
listening.
Is
We wanna
everyone
know.
familiar of? Is everyone familiar with the McGriddle?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the maple. So I basically did a similar thing where I just took 2 Eggo waffles, maple syrup, bacon, fried egg, and cheese, American cheese, and just
Okay.
All right, I'm going to make that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
damn, man,
Sounds
that sounds
good.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Is
me
it
a
bring it up
bacon.
for everybody?
I got some leftover biscuits from Biscuits and Gravy the other day. Now I gotta eat
You had me at bacon.
right.
yeah. Bacon goes good with everything. Whoever doesn't like bacon is a communist.
Exactly. And Canadian bacon is not bacon because it's
Just
from
ham.
Canada.
So since most of Warhammer has already blocked me on Twitter, I'm gonna need y'all to let me know when they get banned because I won't be able to see it.
I think I'm
I
blocked
think-
too, man. I don't see
I
my
think
shit.
I think nobody will see that because they blocked almost everybody.
Well, there's got to be somebody that can see it.
Marzana, wasn't it you that pointed out that a lot of the really, really shitty takes about the Trump assassination attempt, a lot of the same names seem to be associated with Wokehammer?
A lot of the Wokehammer people did have really shitty takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing how that worked. Huh?
Shocker.
Yep.
Well,
A lot of like, oh, it was good that the bystander was because he's like like stuff like that. And the thing is, that bystander was a fire marshal who went into burning buildings to actually save lives. So that automatically makes him way better than anybody in Wokehammer.
Mm-hmm. Probably
He
saved
votes
more
for
lives
Trump,
at some
therefore he's the devil. He
Yeah.
fucking ran an
Basically.
orphanage. Fuck him.
Yep.
Listen, just be like me and do the cool thing where you hate both parties and candidates and don't give a shit.
I do hate both parties.
Yeah.
We do. I think
I don't
everybody
hate-
here does.
Yeah, they're just two wings of the same uniparty.
Yep.
Two wings of the same
One-
shitbird.
One's regressionist that cares about the rich. One's only wants a status quo and cares about the rich. That's basically it.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Politics isn't politics anymore. Politics is fucking team sports.
Yep.
It's my
Yep.
team versus your team. That's all it is to these people.
And
That-
I just want to be for having a successful country for everybody. But nobody seems to want that anymore.
Nope.
Listen, man.
I used to want it for everybody. Now I'm thinking about a half everybody because the other half.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Some people I'm just about done. I've been done with. So.
I just want my plastic crack and Star Wars to be good. And Star Trek to
You-
be good.
You are going to wait a long time for that.
Oh yeah, trust me. Trust me,
I
I
miss the
know.
days when we could just spurg out on our stupid nerd hobbies and fucking not pay attention to any of this shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, to change the topic to less politics and more nerd hobbies, I'm gonna be part of a Star Wars TTRPG, so I'm reading a bunch of shit from the PDFs my friend gave me. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Speaking of which, if anybody knows a good place to get the 3.5 edition D&D books that's not RPG.com or whatever the hell that website was, you hit me up in DM. Appreciate that.
Sail the Seven Seas.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that might know something.
Yo ho.
For Star Wars?
No. D&D.
Are you looking? Oh,
3.5.
I lost all my 3.5 books. I used to have pretty
yeah.
much everything.
Unfortunately, I don't have mine anymore. Somebody decided to borrow them and erase them off of my Google Drive.
I mean, for physical copies, you might look at Noble Knight Games.
Oh, I'm not buying physical. I'm not having any money go back to Wizards of the Coast. Fuck them.
Then yeah, probably Pirate Bay's your best option.
Yeah.
Don't say it out loud.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you could-
Wheezy's like, Jesus Christ, come on, guys, you're killing me.
You-
here."
His eyes are
Listen.
so huge right now and dilated.
Listen. If buying doesn't mean owning, then pirating is not stealing.
I do.
I
find
might
that
have
argument
found
funny as hell.
something with on the internet
You could also
archive.
probably talk to either Alfarius or Octavius, whatever his name is in the server. He probably might have the PDFs.
So
Let's maybe not be incriminating friends.
how many books were in the 3.5? Because I have found some 17 PDFs.
More than that, but if all the core books are there, that's the main thing.
Well, Complete Adventurer, Complete Arcane, Complete Champion, Complete Divine, Mage,
Yeah.
Psionic, Scoundrel, Deities and Demigods, Draconomicon, Dungeon Master Guides, Fiend Folio.
Shoot me a message. Let me know where you found that.
Anyway, thank you for listening, Nintendo.
Right now you get the DM going. Would you like to join the Patriot Front?
Oh my god.
I always wanted to work for the state.
All I can think of now is that stupid SpongeBob comic about Boeing.
As much as I love all of you, I have to end the stream because I've got to go walk my dog.
Oh, I wonder why.
And I'm going to get a copyright strike from Wizards of the Coast.
And Nintendo.
No need to get a copy strike from Wizards of the Coast. You should buy all of your D&D needs from, what is that website?
The Pirate Bay?
No, God damn it! When are you all gonna stop saying that shit?
A printer of the 3D variety.
Y'all are terrible! Holy shit!
I know OPSEC is not one with these people.
No, not even remotely.
No.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Do people
Seriously.
still use that site? How the fuck was I supposed to know?
There's a website that you actually can buy the PDFs for like every D&D book of every edition. I can't remember. I thought it was RPG.com or something like that.
BarnesandNoble.com. There we go.
No, not Barnes and Noble.
Anyway, I shot you the DM Trough.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yoda's HondaCivic.org.
The fuck?
All right.
Did you say Yoda's Honda Civic?
All you people get
Yes.
out of here. I'm ending the stream.